Hello and welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Pooja Divedi, and in this segment today we are going to discuss about World Environment Day. This topic is important from the perspective of prelims and also from the perspective of GS mains paper. So let's begin with the first topic, which is wine news. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the World Environment event at 11 a.m. via video conferencing. It was jointly organized by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The theme for this event has been promotion of biofuels for better environment. Government has also released E20 notification directing oil companies to sell ethanol blended petrol with percentage of ethanol up to 20% from the 1st of April 2023. Let's talk about World Environment Day. The World Environment Day is observed on the 5th of June every year for encouraging worldwide awareness and action to protect our environment, and this has been celebrated the day since 1974. Its aim is to engage governments, businesses, celebrities and citizens to focus their efforts on pressing environmental issues. Also, if we talk about the key points of this year, the theme for this year has been ecosystem restoration. Ecosystem restoration is a process of reversing the degradation of ecosystems such as landscapes, wetlands and oceans in order to regain their ecological integrity. Also, this year will mark the formal launch of United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration from 2021 to 2030. Pakistan, in collaboration with the UNEP, will be the global host for the day to highlight the importance of ecosystem restoration. If we talk about the United Nations Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, it challenges everyone to massively scale up restoration efforts to breathe new life into our upgraded ecosystem. On the 1st of March 2019, led by El Salvador, which is a country in Central America, and joined by scores of other countries, the United Nations General Assembly declared the year 2021 to 2030 to be the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. If we talk about this decade, it means restoring our planet's imperiled ecosystem in the foremost nature-based solution towards meeting local as well as national priorities such as food and water security and rural development. Also, commitments to tackle climate change, the biodiversity and land degradation crises, and ultimately achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Why is it significant? Because human-caused terrestrial degradation interferes with the well-being of at least 3.2 billion people in pushing the planet towards a sixth mass species extinction. It costs us more than 10% of the annual GDP loss. This is the loss through the loss of biodiversity and ecosystem services. Moving on, if we talk about how, if we reverse the degraded ecosystem, landscapes, wetlands and oceans, it would look like this. Moving ahead, let's talk about ethanol. Ethanol is basically alcohol of 99% plus purity, which is primarily derived from molasses, and it's also a byproduct of sugar manufacturing. Its formula is C2H5OH. Let's move on and talk about the ethanol blending. The ethanol blending program was launched in line with the National Biofuels Policy 2018, and many countries including India, they have adopted ethanol blending in petrol for reducing vehicle exhaust emission and also to reduce the import burden on account of crude oil. Currently, the bioethanol blending in petrol stands at 8.5%, and the reasons for ethanol blending is that it is estimated that 5% blending can result in the replacement of around 1.8 million barrels of crude oil. Also, as the ethanol molecule contains oxygen, it allows the engine to more completely combust the fuel, which results in fewer emission and thereby reducing the occurrence of environmental pollution. The EBP petrol, that is Ethanol Blended Petrol program, was launched in January 2003 by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. This seeks to achieve blending of ethanol with petrol with a view to reduce pollution, conserving foreign exchange and also increasing value addition in the sugar industry, which enables them to clear cane price arrears for farmers. If we talk about today, the report of the Expert Committee on Roadmap for Ethanol Blending in India 2020-25 was launched by the government, and the government has resolved to meet the target of 20% ethanol blending in petrol by 2025. Earlier it was 2030. Now the blending target has been preponed by 5 years. Moving on, Till 2014, on an average, only 1.5% of ethanol could be blended in India, which has now reached about 8.5%, and a large part of this eightfold increase in ethanol procurement has benefited the sugarcane farmers of the country, and a lot of emphasis is being laid on building the necessary infrastructure as well in order to produce and purchase the ethanol in the country. Most of the ethanol manufacturing units are mostly concentrated in 4 to 5 states where sugar production is very high. But now, the government is also looking towards food grain-based distilleries that are being established to expand this program to the whole country, and modern technology-based plants are also being set up in the country to make ethanol from agricultural waste. 2G bioethanol not only provided a clean source of energy but also helped to provide greater income to farmers, which will help them to meet the aim of doubling the farmers' income and prevent them from having to burn agricultural waste, which can be a major source of air pollution. Also, the government could provide greater visibility on the price of bioethanol by announcing a mechanism by which the price of bioethanol would be decided, and setting a target that a certain percentage of ethanol blending could be done using ethanol generated from 2G plants would also help to boost investment in the area. Also, alternatives like third generation derived from algae and fourth generation biofuels derived from specially engineered plants or biomass should also be encouraged. Let's move on and look at our question. What is ethanol blending program? And we have to analyze the benefits of ethanol blending in 250 words. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated, stay safe, and thank you so much for watching.